Damn.
Wonder why my screen always look all small looking.
Oh.
I don't know. Hey y'all, happy hump day.
Hey.
Y'all come on in, hit the like button on your way in, and make
Man.
sure you share the video.
Mm. Think it died.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Queen Natalie. She says, evening, all liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, D. D says, good evening. Hey, Queen Monique. Monique says, good
Hey.
evening, everyone. Hey, Marvelous. Marvelous says, hey, everyone. Hey, Queen Brenda. Brenda says, good
Hey.
evening. Hey, KL Queen. She says, hello to everyone. Hey, Queen T. T says, hey, thank
Hello.
you. Hey, pretty Petra. She says, hello, beautiful ladies. Thank you for all that you do, like and share. Thank you, Queen. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hey, favorable living. She says, hi there. Hey, luscious Tina. I hope I said it right, Queen. She says, finally caught alive after being subscribed for 3 years. Your first live. Well, welcome, Tina. Hey, sunshine. Hey, Dorothy. Dorothy says hello to everyone. Hey, Miss Teen Abby. She says hello and good evening. And Tina says, evening, ladies.
Hey.
Sunshine says hello. Knit and Crochet says, guess what? Product report card did an update. It shows you can play games now. Okay, to earn money.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Queen, for the
Oh.
update. Hey, Leonica. She says, happy Wednesday. Tan
Hey.
and Carl liked and share. Hey, Queen Vanita. She says, hey, two chicks and family, everyone enjoying this beautiful and sunny day. I liked and share. Yeah, it was nice today here. It was warmer than what it's usually been,
Yep.
especially last week. Last week was so cold. Oh, it was so cold last week. Knitting Crochet says, good evening, everyone. Favorable says, hi.
Hey.
Is it Ella? Ella says hello. Hey, Live, Love, and Laugh. She says, hey.
Hey.
Hey, Queen Lillian. She says hello to everyone. Is it Marguerite? Marguerite says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Queen Sandra. She says, hey, two chicks and family. Lillian says, happy Wednesday, everybody. Leonica says, hey to everyone in the chat. Lillian says, hey, Leonica. She says, hey, knit and crochet. She says, hey, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, knit and crochet. And she says, hey, live, love, and laugh. Hey, free to be. Hi, ladies and family, liked and shared. Thank you. And Queen T, she says, hi, Leonica. Miss Teen says, I got my first $19 deposit from Outlier today and got my offer letter from Vera Fast.
All right. Congrats, Queen.
Congratulations, Queen. Vera Fast is a beginner friendly company, everybody. So if you are a beginner and you are looking
Have some in the pantry.
to work from home, take a look at number 1 on this list. Now, there are other companies on the list as well, but the Queen here was hired with the first company.
Yep.
So this is Vera Fast. The link is in the chat, everybody. Outlier is the other one. Talked about this one on the live
Yep.
yesterday. We've had quite a few people recently to get hired with this easy side hustle. So y'all be sure to get this one. Non-phone, no interview, and you can work when you want with this company. So Outlier is in the chat also. Check this one out. Non-phone, no interview.
Yep. And tell them two chicks sent you. You probably will get hired. Oh, that's not very fast. Sorry.
No, that's Outlier.
Yeah.
You behind.
Right. Don't
You
say
not
that
paying.
for outlier. I was looking at Vera Fab.
Oh. Hey, Pamela. She says, good evening, everyone. Live, love, and laugh. She says, hello, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, T. Marguerite says, this is my first time live with you guys. Welcome.
Hey, hey.
Leonica says, congrats, Miss Team B. I'm thinking it's Tina. Miss Tina B. Okay. T. Rice says, congrats. Lillian says, congrats.
Cold.
Monique says you had a live yesterday. I missed it. I did, Queen. Knit and crochet. She says congratulations. Yep, I see it now, Queen. Tina B. I like that. Is a Harlem girl. She says, good evening, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Toya. Toya says, happy Wednesday, everyone. Pretty Patrick says, outlier. They said I failed my certification. Oh no, Pretty Patrick. Sorry to hear that, Queen. Okay, Tam, we can get started. I made it to the end. Are you listening?
I'm sorry, I was reading something.
Oh, I said we can get started. I made it.
You made it to the end.
I did.
All right, we are going to get started. Sorry. This man was suing him out. Okay. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who are not new, welcome back and thank you for joining us again. I am Tangi.
And Tangi is the GOAT, and I am Carol.
And Carol is the GOAT. And together we are two chicks with a side hustle. Huh?
Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing.
Are you done?
I am. I ain't said nothing.
Okay. You was too. Okay, let me start over because Carol just.
What I do?
You said something. It just knocked off my.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
We're two chicks with a side hustle. Kira has interrupted me. So basically, we post remote jobs. We do side gigs and side hustles. We help you get started. If you are looking for a work from home job, we can help you get started by way of helping you find jobs. We give remote jobs every day through our blogs, as well as on our Facebook page, or Carol posts a YouTube video here every day with various YouTube with various positions. See, Carol done messed me up. Now I got to stray from my normal whatever that I do. We help you get remote jobs. We talk about side gigs and side hustles. We have a great community of people who come over and love working from home just as much as we do, and they give their tips and strategies on these side gigs and side hustles. Carol will be reading the chat. If you are new, type I am new in the chat and we will help you get started. If you are not new but have questions about anything that was posted on our social media or on our blogs, please put that in the chat. We are here to help. Also, if you have gotten an interview, made any money on any of the side gigs and side hustles that we talk about, please share that with us in the chat. We are here to celebrate you. We are here to help. The things that we talk about work if you work them. There are people here who are using side gigs and side hustles to sustain them until they find a permanent work from home job. So if you can't find a job right away, do not get discouraged. We provide other ways for you to make money. There are so many ways you can use this computer. There are so many ways you can use these apps or other things to make money. So do not get discouraged if you do not find a work from home job right away. It is no different than finding a job in the brick and mortar, is what we call it, which means you just go out in the real world and find a job. But don't get discouraged. But we do provide alternatives. So, for those of you who have a full time job and you are looking for extra ways to make money, stick here. It is things to do that you can make money without having a quote unquote part time, traditional part time job where you have to show up every day. There are people here making part time money doing things like mystery shopping, playing games for money. There are so many things that you can do. And the kings and queens come here on Wednesdays and Sundays to help people who are trying to figure out how to do these things, to give their tips and strategies. So if that is you, grab a pen and a piece of paper. There will be a lot of knowledge dropped in this chat. Um, Carol and I don't do these side gigs and side hustles, but these kings and queens are here that you may ask questions. They will answer you. They are here to help. They like helping just as much as we do. So don't be shy. If you are new, like I said, take notes, come go research, come back and try some of these things. Don't let fear stop you, because the only thing from stopping you to get started with some of these side gigs and side hustles is you, because most of them you don't have it to have experience. Most of them you don't have to have an interview. It's just signing up and getting started. So don't let that stop you. Like my sign says from back there, get from behind that bookcase and get these side hustles. So we have a lot of people that would say they sit behind the bookcase and wait and try to figure out the right time. If you need money, the right time is now. Because like Carol
Yeah.
said, Bill's gonna come knocking at the first, he gonna knock at the 15th, he gonna knock at the end of the month. Whatever day he's supposed to knock, he gonna knock. So don't
Mhm.
be shy. If you don't understand, ask questions. A lot of people sit back and they just think it's just gonna come to them. If it's new to you, it's new to you. It's a lot of people who come on these lives continuously. It was new to them at one time. So don't think you are the only one. You'll never get it. It just takes a little bit of effort. And any win is a win. Don't think that, oh, I'm going to start off making $70, $80 a day. That's not the way it works. The people who make that type of money, I guarantee you, they will tell you it takes work. So if you're looking for a quick fix, that's not what this is.
Mhm.
And I'm going to let Carol read the chat. We'll talk about the positions at the end of the live. And welcome to all the new people. Welcome to everybody who came back. And let's go. And ask
Yes,
questions.
ma'am.
That's the only way you will ever learn anything. That's the only way you can ever get started with anything, is to ask questions. Ask away. I'm a question asker, so I know. So, but we can't do it for you, but we can help you get started. We can point you in the right direction, you know. Okay, go ahead.
Mhm. Yeah. So if you are new here, as Tan said, welcome to the live stream. I did drop a list of 30 beginner friendly jobs in the chat section. Miss MM, hey Queen. She says, hi ladies, I'm fairly new to your lives. Welcome. She says, I tried Outlier today. I got denied due to not being offered in my area, Southern California. I
Um,
didn't know they were state specific.
Me neither. Um, I posted a company on the blog. Let me go find it. The company is called Alara. It is a healthcare company. It is not one of those work when you want. I would say if you're trying to do something like Outliers, do other companies that are out like Outlier. Who else we got? Um,
Data
RWS Group.
annotation.
Who?
Data annotations.
Yeah, let me see if I can find those. So try to do the companies that are like Outlier, data annotations. Who else, Carol? What about RWS Group? They stay specific.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, they stay specific.
Um,
The Tavio, I think they like them.
mm,
The Tavio.
okay. And I'll put them in the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find them.
Knit and crochet. She says, I signed up for Outlier and it said, unfortunately, at this time, we don't have any projects that fit your skill sets. Oh, okay. She
Hmm.
says, I hope they still consider me for some work. Marguerite, she says, I'm new. Pamela says, I'm new. Brenda says she's new. Jen says she is new.
Hey,
Welcome,
welcome, y'all.
Queen. Leonica has a testimony. So she says she made 102 on Money Time. She cashed out 23 cents on Just Play after reinstalling, 1 cent on Novel Rich. Now she's at 35 cents, 9 on Bingo Spin, $1.01 on Tropical Crush, and earned 20 points on Tap Rewards. All right, Leonica, congratulations. Hey, Queen Angela.
Oh,
Angela says, well, hello. She says,
hey,
good
hey.
evening, everyone, and congrats on all the wins.
Congrats.
And Leonica says, welcome. Hang on, because it's jumping. She says, welcome to all of the newcomers. You are in the right place. She says, good evening, Angela. Hey, Shanna. She says, good evening, everyone. Natalie says, welcome, new ones. Knit and crochet. She says, Pogo, $3.27. Just play. She has $6.54. Earn star 951. Top surveys, $9.93. And she has 21 on product report card. All
All
right,
right. And I'm going to
congrats.
put the links to those. Congrats, Knit and Crochet. So let's talk about Pogo. Pogo is the rewards on the gas. No, no, Tangy. That's not what that
Don't
is.
Pogo scan the receipt? What they do? Scan the receipts, right? But they do something else too, don't they?
Yeah, I think they got the games now. Hold on.
Okay.
There's so many of these things I can't remember. I got them wrote down. Hold on. I just got to look at my file.
Hey, Shacey. She says, hello, Carol Tan in chat, liked and shared.
Hey,
Thank you,
Queen.
Queen.
Oh, I know why.
Favorable Living says, any remote jobs in New York. So we did a video, Queen, a
Let
couple of
me,
days ago on worldwide
yeah.
remote jobs.
Let me get in this. I'm going to get in this blog and get this Alara position. This company hires all over the United States. And Queen, I would try. Dang, I cannot get in nothing. I can't find my passwords.
Oh, it don't like you today, huh?
I don't know if I'm typing it too fast or what. I'm gonna find it. Let me get
I'll
this.
put the link in here though for worldwide.
Yeah,
Watan is looking for Alara, I think
I
is what
think
you
that's what it's
said.
called.
Oh.
Um, yeah, and I'm gonna put this one position, but they have several positions. So this is and it's US based. It's not just so for California and New York, y'all try this company, Alara. And I would say also check out like a United Healthcare, a CVS, Cardinal Health, those type of companies, because they have usually companies that are for Pacific time zone and Eastern time zone that will hire in New York. Yeah.
I see Queen Angela, girl, I see your testimony about outlier. So we'll get there in a second. Leonica, she says, hey, Natalie, Shay C, congrats to Knit and Crochet. Shay C says, hey, Leonica. Pure Beauty says, I'm on Outlier, but I'm looking for something else that doesn't require me to be hardwired and that I can do with a Chromebook.
So most work from home jobs require you to be hardwired. Um, and most work at home jobs require you to have a computer. A Chromebook is basically a tablet in a computer form. Um, I would say if you're leaning towards that type of thing, I would say side gigs and side hustles, maybe mystery shop, something like that, testing products, things like that, where you are not really truly quote unquote working a full-time job. I would even say even like
Right.
a Phoenix. I don't know if you have to have a full-fledged computer or can you do it off a Chromebook or whatever. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I would try that. And Carol put Gig Spot. That's another good mystery shop. It's a telephone mystery shop where you can do it from the phone. So that is a good
Yeah.
one.
Or look on the list of 55 companies. There are some product testing ones on here that you could do from the Chromebook. Also, if you're interested in surveys, I would say look at Prolific. Prolific is a good survey
Yeah.
site. Now, there is a wait list for Prolific, but we've had several people to pay car notes, light bills, car
Yeah.
insurance off of Prolific.
Yeah.
Number 15. Miss MM, she says, thank you. I will keep trying and looking around. So, Miss MM, let us know, Queen, what else are you looking for?
Yeah.
Leonica says, thanks. She says, welcome, everybody. Lillian says, congrats, Leonica. Leonica says, thanks, Lillian. Marguerite, she says, thank you. Pretty Patricia says, welcome to all the new people. Leonica says she heard back from Concentrix today, did her assessment from
Okay.
them. Okay,
All
that's
right.
good. Congrats. Queen Alice, she says it's her birthday. She says,
Yeah.
happy Wednesday. It's my birthday. Shared and like, and congratulations to all. Well, happy birthday,
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Queen.
Queen. Yep, Pretty Patrick. She says Pogo, they have the games too.
Okay.
Thank you, Queen.
And I think we have that on the link. I just can't get to it
Yep,
right
Pogo.
now.
Leah Loveland, she says, welcome to the Two Chicks family. Everyone is here to help. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leah Love and Laugh. So we got a testimony, y'all, from Queen
Come
Angela.
on, Queen. She finna give me one. I already know it.
Y'all ready for it? Here we go. Today I had another market research in person Sago, $200, and Sunday was 175. She was paid out 350 today from Outlier and qualified for another project with them.
All
Now she did
right.
say Echo suspended her account for being spam. Oh no. Well, you
Hmm.
got some good ones, girl. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Woo-hoo.
All right. And let's
Congratulations.
talk about the side gigs and side hustles because I know we have new people, and a lot of people we are kind of, and I don't want to use the word trained, but we are conditioned to think about money in an hourly fashion. I have to go some or a salary fashion. I have to go somewhere, give my time. They give me a certain money per hour. Let's say $15, $20 per hour. So I spend 3 hours, I get $45. Well, sometimes the things that are task based, meaning I get an assignment, maybe it is to do an apartment mystery shop. That assignment may pay me $50 and it takes me 30 minutes to do it. Literally 30 minutes to go out, do it, come back home, and maybe another 30 minutes to do the report. So if I do that, it took me 1 hour to do the work, where would it took me 3 hours and maybe some part another piece of another hour to make the same money. So a lot of the task based things usually pay more than you would a regular part time job. The task based things. And you have to figure out what works for you because we have some queens and kings who play games for money, and
Right.
are consistently making money, have the ability to pay bills consistently playing these games, or they go and do mystery shop and they can do this consistently and be able to take care of their household. So there are things you can do besides a work from home job, and we want to stress that because we know people come over looking for work from home. Yes. And everybody is not going to get hired. Just because you send your resume, fill out that application, that is not does not say you are going to get hired. But you're still looking for something. You're still needing something to do. That's where the side gigs and side hustles come in at. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations again, Queen Angela. So I did put a link in the chat for Sago and also for Pogo. So they are on the side hustle list. Leonica says, congrats, Angela. And she says, congrats, Angela, Queen Lillian. Angela says, my email is not spam. It's a business email that I use, that I only use at home. When one door closes, another one opens. Yep. You're right. Leonica says, signing up for it now, Tan. Pretty Patrick says, Angela, what did I do wrong on Outlier to fail the certification? I know if I understand it. Um, Natalie says, congrats, Angela. Angela says, hey, Leonica, thank you, everyone. Let's get their money. Knitting Crochet says, Pogo pays you for receipts, games, linked account receipts, survey, and location rewards. Thank you, Queen. Queen Natalie says, hey, Leonica. Leonica says, yes, indeed. You're welcome, Queen Angela. Shanna says, so far I have 1533 on Just Play, 2996 on Top Surveys, 782 on Branded, 752 on Hey Cash, and 79 cents on Nice Drama. All
All
right, girl.
right.
Congratulations.
And I put branded surveys in the chat. I will put it in there again. We had a king who was making $300 a week on branded surveys. Now, again, he did not start off making 300 a week. It took him about 90 days to get up to the 300 a week. And he had a schedule. I don't know if anybody knows WG schedule still that he was doing branded. If so, if you can put it in the chat. But we also had Queen Felicia, who is making 200. Was it 200 a week? 250, something like that. You remember?
I just remember she was making enough to pay her bills.
Okay,
Can't
I
really
don't
remember
remember the
the
dollar
amount
amount.
though.
Yeah, but again, um, don't make sure you check out branded. It is a good side hustle, but again, you have to work your way up to the money, weekly money. And again, if anyone knows WG schedule, if you could put it in the chat.
Hey, Jockey. She says, "Hey, two chicks and fam." Purity. She says that helps me so much. Thank y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Pure beauty. You welcome, Queen. Jackie says, "Congrats, Leonica." Lillian says, "Happy birthday, Alice." Rosie says, "Hello, lovelies. Good evening. You guys are amazing and from the Caribbean. We really love to get a part-time remote job. Anything for this side would be grateful." So, Queen, we did a worldwide video Sunday
Yep.
where we talked about a company that hires people from anywhere in the world. I'll put the link here. I just had it, but I gotta go back and find it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hang on. So if you live outside of the US, or if you live in one of the hard to find states, New York, California, New Jersey, Washington, Ohio, Illinois, Connecticut, be sure to take a look at this company. Queen T, she says, "Happy birthday." Jackie says, "Congrats, Angela." Queen Alice, she says, "Thank you all for the birthday wishes." Live, Love, and Laugh says, "Happy birthday, Alice." Sandra says, "I got offers from Vera Fast and Shift Off. I was assigned a mystery shop with Ellis. Nervous about the mystery shop." Well, congratulations,
All
Queen. Vera
right.
Fast, Shift Off, and Ellis.
Yes. And Queen,
Congrats.
Queen, I promise you, do not be nervous. If you have ever rented an apartment before, if you've ever went and looked at an apartment before, it's the same thing. Only thing I suggest is to read everything before you go. Read through it several times to make sure you understand. We have some queens here who record the conversation. They will put their phones in their purse and hit record. So use those kind of tools so you don't have to go back and remember everything. Record the conversation so you can have that readily at your when you go back home to do the report. So don't be nervous. Go in, act like a renter, and keep on going. Get your money, girl.
Right. And I did drop the link for Ellis in case anyone
Mm-hmm.
here is interested in the apartment mystery shop one. I did put the link here in the chat. And Vera Fast, they are on the beginner friendly list. The first company on the list is Vera Fast. So I know a lot of people here recently were hired with this one. And it is a beginner friendly work when you want company.
Mm-hmm.
Yardi Matrix is also another one that I put in here. Telephone mystery shop, work when you want no interview and no experience. Carlina, hey Queen, she says, "Good night, everyone." Angela says, "With the certifications or assessments, this is for outliers." She is giving a tip. I verify the answer with AI, even if I know the answer, but on a different device, not the device I'm completing the assessment on. I hope this helps someone. Thank you, Queen.
Well, thank you.
Yannicka says, hey, sis Ajaki and Carlina. She says, hey. Carlina says, Tan and Curl, happy hump day, my favorite queens. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you, Carlina. Happy hump day to you as well, Queen. Leonica says, happy birthday, Alice. Miss MM says, just starting out, been out of work over 10 years, looking for no phones, have many skills such as Microsoft Office and data entry, just nothing recent.
Okay. I would say grab the beat. I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to be, I'm not going to say hard, but you're going to have a slight harder time trying to find a non phone than you would a phone because of the 10-year gap. Because usually, and I'm not going to say non phone does not, but anything that is permanent non phone. And I could be wrong, but I would say they would want to see some recent work experience. If you've done anything, if you're a stay-at-home mom, things like that, you can. Those are things you can put on your resume. If you're a caregiver, things like that. So don't discount anything that you have done in the last 10 years that may be work experience. Okay. And put
I
that
did.
on there if you are seriously looking for a non-phone job, because they usually with a non-phone it's you're gonna need a little bit of work experience. Okay.
I did put a list of non-phone in the chat, Queen. If you want to just take a look at some of the companies, we do post a lot of non-phone on this
Mm-hmm.
channel. So if you want to go back after we get off the live and just kind of review the channel, I have been dropping a lot of non-phones over here and on our second channel. So if you are not subscribed to the second channel, I'll put the link here in the chat. If any of our new queens want to go over and check out the Two Chicks with the Side Hustle 2.0 channel. We post a lot of non-phone jobs over on that channel. I posted a data entry job today. I posted a loan application job a couple of days ago. No experience processing document job, and the list just goes on and on when it comes to non-phone. But this is the link to the second channel. Leonica says, thanks, sis Ajaki. She says, congrats, Shanna. Angela says, welcome to all the newbies and thank you, everyone. Jen says, how does the mystery shops work? That sounds like something I would be interested in.
It depends on what type of mystery shop you want to do. There are so many companies. Basically, mystery shopping is you are going out pretending to do whatever industry that you are mystery shopping. We like to say you can mystery shop anything from churches to strip clubs, and you basically grade the service that you are getting. Be it
Yeah.
if you're going to the grocery store, if you're going to the fast food, if you're doing the apartment mystery shop, you're basically grading the person who is waiting on you. You have a predetermined things that you list of things that you must do, and you do those things, turn in your report, and you are paid for the work that you do. It's not really work, it's just what you observe, and you are paid and reimbursed if you have to spend any money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put Market Force in here. Market Force is a good one. We had a queen to go on vacation and make
Mm-hmm.
$250 just by laying on some mattresses,
Yeah.
and easy. And a good thing with the side gigs and the side hustles versus the remote jobs, a lot of these companies you can just start like today, tomorrow, sometime this week. You can start with a lot of these mystery shop sites, task-based sites, survey sites, and the gaming sites where you don't have to go and jump through 15 hoops. Now, with the work from home, you might have to wait for them to email you, for them to interview you, and you still may have to jump through some hoops after you get the interview. You might have to take an assessment, you may have to go through training and take another assessment at the end of training. So it can be a lot when it comes to some of the work from home jobs. Not all of them, but some of them will have you jumping through several hoops, I should say. But with the mystery shop companies and the other sites that we talk about, the task-based sites, those you don't need anything for. Like, you don't have to have a resume, you don't need experience. They're not going to call you guys for an interview.
Yep.
Some of them might require an assessment, but a lot of the side hustles that we talk about, they don't require an assessment. But this is Market Force. They have a lot of fast food shops. A friend of mine, on a good month, she can make over $1,000 off of Market Force.
Mm-hmm. And this is consistent money. These companies get shops monthly, and monthly they need these shops done.
Yeah.
So it is not like this is a one time, one use. No.
Jackie, she says, "Oh, you're welcome, sis Leonica." Tan did put branded surveys in the chat if anyone is interested in that one. One of our kings was making 300 a week off of branded. Meeks, I don't think Meeks is in here, but she made enough 1 year to pay for her vacation.
Yeah.
Lillian says, "Congrats, Shanna." Hey, Amethyst. She says, "Good evening, everybody. Hope it's all good and plenty with y'all. Thanks for these gems being dropped." Ah, you welcome, Queen. You welcome.
Yeah. And I put branded games in there also. They are also looking for people to play games and things of that nature.
Carlina, she says, "Hey, sis Leonica." Amethyst says, "I love branded." Carlina says, "Alice, happy birthday. Many more blessings to come." Hey, hustling Helen. She says, "Hey, two chicks fam. I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen." Princess says, "Is it US only?" I'm not sure which company, Princess.
Yes.
We do have a company that hires worldwide. So if you are looking for worldwide, the link is in the chat. Hey, Priscilla. She says, "Good evening, two chicks and family." Leonica says, "Forgot to mention she has 525 on EarnStar, on 135 on Pogo, and she has 2,173 points on Playbugs." All right, congrats,
Leonica. Star. We do have quite a few people who earn great money on Star. That's another good one. It's a survey site. So make sure you check that out. I put it in the chat.
Carlina, she says, "Congrats to everyone on the jobs and side hustles." Leonica says, "Hey, Helen." Amethyst says, "Just got accepted to Outlier." She says, "Somehow I just made $55. Stumbled through, create an account, and downloaded what I needed. 55. I'll take it." She said, "Imagine when I actually figure out what I'm doing."
Yes, yes, Queen.
Yes,
Queen. Congrats.
Go ahead. So y'all see, Outlier, for some people, they have been doing really good on this site. Meeks was here yesterday, and this queen has already made over $3,000 off of Outlier in the past 3 weeks.
Yep.
So y'all be sure to take a look at that one.
That is a
Proud
good one.
Mimi, she says, "Hello everyone. Got another testimony. I was accepted with Outlier today."
Look at that. I'm telling you.
Congratulations. Leonica says, congrats, Amethyst and proud Mimi. Carlina says, Angela, yep, I do the same if unsure. Ajaki says, thanks for sharing that info, Angela. Natalie says, congrats, ladies. Amethyst says, thanks, Leonica. I'm excited. Proud Mimi says, thank you, Leonica. It's confusing, but I will push my way through.
Yes.
Carlina says, Amethyst probably was a mission. They paid rewards for that. And she says, congratulations. Shanna says, thanks, Leonica and Lillian. Miss Mimi says, thank you. I will take a look. Natalie says, gotta head out. Not feeling well. Congrats to everyone and good night. Oh, Queen, I hope you feel better. Thank you
Feel
for
better.
joining us. Leonica says, you're welcome, Amethyst. Brenda says, thank you so much. Leonica says, you're welcome and you got this, proud Mimi. Leonica says, you're welcome, Shanna. And she says, I hope you feel better, Natalie. Hey, Giovanna. She says, thank you so much again. Just finished my assignment with Eat Health. She says, such a blessing. All right, girl. Congrats. Hey, Ursula.
Hey, Queen.
So you got a session tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 5 p.m., but can't attend tomorrow. I am hoping that I will be allowed to attend another day. And it cut you off, Ursula. Which company, Queen? Leonica says, hey, Ursula. T. Rice says, not the strip clubs. Dear Love and Laugh says, money is needed. Amethyst says, thank you, Carlina. I was happily surprised. Didn't believe it till I saw the money hit my PayPal. I'll get the hang of it.
Yes.
She says, facts. Ursula says, hi, Tan and Kurt. I received email from Vera Fast. Oh, okay. To attend a meeting session tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 5 p.m., but I can't attend. I'm hoping to be able to do another day. Well, congrats, Queen.
Congrats, Queen. I would just reach out to him and say,
Yeah.
hey.
Hey, Autism Mommy. She says, happy Wednesday. Y'all show some love by liking and sharing this video. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate it. And Autism Mommy says, hey, Leonica. Leonica says, hey. Carlina says, Amethyst. Yep. Jockey says, you go, Leonica. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, hey, y'all. Leonica says, thanks, Jockey. And she says, hey, Stephanie. Ursula says, I am waiting to get the results of my assessment for Outlier and receive possible online Sago focus group email. Okay, well, that's good, Ursula. Congrats.
That's good.
Jockey says, oh, you so welcome, sis Leonica. Stephanie says, hey, Leonica. Jen says, thank you, ladies, for explaining the mystery shops. I am going to try them. We'll let you ladies know how things turn out. Okay,
All
Jen.
right.
Toya says, y'all showing out tonight. She says, congrats, everyone. Helen says, hey, Leonica, congrats. Carlina, she got a testimony, everybody, about Outlier. Here we go. Outlier paid $364 today. This is my second week. Prolific, she says 50/50 balance pending 1858 and fetch reward. She has 87,000
Oh,
points.
wow. All right, Queen.
All right, Queen, go ahead. Congratulations. So Prolific, everybody, this is a good survey site, and they are
Yes.
number 15 on the list. Now, there is a wait list with this company, but that's okay. Get on the wait list because you never know. You might get on and you might get right off. Good survey site.
Yes. They are not like your regular survey site. This survey site is actually for people who are doing some type of research and they are actually needing your information. You to take the survey so it can help with their quantitative research. So make sure you sign up for this one because they pay a little more than a regular survey site.
Yeah, so it's a good one, everybody. Hey Tanetta, she says, "Good evening, ladies. Another testimony for Outlier. She passed the
Wow.
assessment. I'm so excited." She says, "Thank you." And Tanetta is one of our new queens. She came on
Yes.
yesterday. So congratulations, Queen Tanetta.
All right.
So happy for you, girl. Go ahead. She was here yesterday, one of the new queens, and
Okay.
apply for Outlier. Go ahead. Ursula says, "Hey, Leonica. Favorable living. We have not talked about the company yet." Leonica says, "Thanks, Helen." She says, "Congrats, sis Carlina." Lillian says, "Hey, autism mommy." Alice says, "I really wanted to do Outlier. Can I
Mm,
reapply using a different email?" I don't think so, Alice, according to what Meeks was saying.
yeah.
I would maybe reach out to them and see.
Yeah.
Ask them first, can
Yeah.
you retake the
Retake.
test? But I think someone else asked that question yesterday, and Meeks did not advise to go
Yeah.
and do a different
She
email.
just came in. Meeks. Hey,
Oh,
Queen.
she here. Okay. Carlina says, "Thanks, sis Leonica." Stephanie says, "I'm about to try to get on with Outlier." Okay, Queen.
All
Amethyst
right.
says, "Carlina, congrats. Get it all." Carlina says, "Thank you." Leonica says, "You welcome, sis Carlina." Jackie says, "You go, sis Carlina." She says, "I'm trying, sis. Found out can do 70 hours a week." Yeah,
Wow.
that's good to know. Carlina
Mm-hmm.
says, Jockey thanks sis. Anio, she says, "Jen, I found mystery shopping to be fun. I was nervous at first in the store, but no one was paying attention and I was able to relax. Phone shops are easier are because they only are quick." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Leonica says 70 hours a week is good. The project they have on my dashboard for now, they want you to buy this specific camera to do the project. Carlina, she says, "Oh, okay. Congratulations on Outlier." Alexa says, "Good evening." Branded Alexis, that's what I'm thinking you're asking.
I put it in the chat.
Okay. Hey, Meeks. Hey, Monte Millionaire Meeks. She
I'll
says,
put it
"Hi,
in.
ladies in chat." Leonica says, "Hey, sis Meeks." Carlina said, "Leonica, yeah, I have that too, but they want you to record what you do and your job." Ajaka says, "Oh, you're welcome, Carlina." Tanetta says, "Also on the wait list for Prolific." All right,
All
Queen.
right.
Annie else says, "I tried a different task on Outlier today. It made a lot more sense to me, and I worked a few hours today." Well, congratulations
Mhm.
on getting hired,
All
Queen.
right.
Congrats. Um, Meek says they are going to flag the new account and merge it with the old one. Sadly, Outlier only allows first tries, and that's it, even with assessments. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Meeks. I'll put it up there. Bianca says, "Yes, I want to be able to do that one, Carlina." Meek says, "You can try reaching out. I always say it's best to at least try, and try. And if they say no, then okay, at least you know you tried."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Tan did repost the link for Branded to the queen that was asking. Meek says, "Hey, sis Leonica." Carlina says, "Meeks, wow, no way around." Alexa says, "And just got here. What's Outlier?" You are training the AI bots with that one, Queen.
Yeah.
And if you are interested in applying to that one, there is an assessment with Outlier. The link is in the chat, but it is a good one. Good side hustle egg right now. They cooking.
Yeah.
Helen says, "Hey, me, they got all type of scrambled eggs over there." Carlina said, "Yeah, with Outlier, I work with what I feel comfortable in doing." Brenda says, another testimony. Hey, all, I got on with Outlier yesterday. All right, girl, congrats.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Leonica says, I am hoping another project comes up soon on my dashboard. Alexis says, laugh out loud. Thanks. Yeah, they cooking up some good old scrambled eggs.
Mhm.
The scrambled eggs with cheese on top. Carlina said, Leonica, I pray also. But yeah, Outlier is a good one though. Meeks made over 3 grand in 3 weeks off of Outlier. And she's been with Outlier since
Copy right there.
okay, since 2022 for 3 years this month. Leonica says, yes, I'm trying to make some money on there too, Carlina. Autism Mommy, she says, hey, Lillian. Autism Mommy also has Outlier. She got a lot. Hey, Carlton. Carlton says hello to everyone. And if anybody else has any questions, and again, if you did not get Outlier, if you didn't get the link, I am going to repost it. Sugar, hey Queen. She says, hey Carolyn Tan. She says, can anyone in the chat tell me what to expect with the Yardi Matrix and the Outlier assessments? And Tan and myself, we did Yardi Matrix, Sugar, but I think they have changed the assessment. I don't think it's like what we had because we didn't work for Yardi. We worked for Pierce Ellison or Ilson, and they merged with Yardi. I think Yardi bought them out like in 2013, I think, or 14. So I want to say they changed the assessment. But if anybody here can help Queen Sugar out, please do so in the chat. Hey, So Right, how are you? She says, hello to Chicks and Family, liked and shared. Now, So Right is one of our mystery shopping queens. Alice, she says, thanks, Meeks. And Alice, I don't know if you tried RWS Group, but I think Queen Angela works for this company. They are state specific though. I'll put the link here in the chat if you want to take a look at that one. Similar to Outlier. Carlton says, I did not pass the Yardi assessment the first go round. Oh no. How many times, Carlton, do they let you take the assessment? Amethyst says, does anyone have experience or feedback on Crowd Gym by Appen? I'm curious about it. I know King Earl Amethyst, and I don't think Earl is on here, but I know he does a lot of projects for Crowd Gym. And if anybody here, I'll put it up, has any information, experience, feedback on Crowd Gym, please drop it here in the chat. Now, the project that he was doing, Amethyst, he said he just had to read. I think it was like training the AI bots by voice. So he said his project was fairly easy. Leonica says, hey, sis, So Right. Sugar says, but were you able to retake it, Carlton? So Right says, hey, sis, Leonica. And Leonica says, that is training AI Amethyst. Carlton says, one time. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Carlton. But they are hiring again for 2026, winter 2026. So if anyone here is interested in Yardi Matrix, it's a good side hustle if you can get in with them. Tan and myself used to do Pearson Ilson, I think that's the name of it. We used to work for them, but it's Yardi Matrix. They just changed the name. I think Yardi bought them out, but it's the same exact thing where you are calling the apartment complexes and pretending to be a renter. So it's just like Ellis, but the difference is you are calling instead of going outside of the home. So that's the only difference. So if you queens or kings are interested in that one, I do have a link for Yardi. And they are going to start in the month of January. And it is a work when you want. You just send the recruiter your resume, and they will send you back the assessment. So you do have to take and pass their assessment in order to be hired with the company. And they are starting, from what I see here, it says January the 5th. So that is the link in the chat if anybody here is interested. Ursula says, Yardi Matrix, the assessment is kind of hard and questions very detailed. I also did not pass last one and was advised that I can try again for next time in 2026. Sugar says, thank you, Ursula. Annie else says, Amethyst did a project with CrowdGen in the spring and it worked out well. I passed the qualification for a new project in the fall. I dropped it because I only got partial access. Carlton says, no, you are not able to retake until the next opening. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Amethyst says, Anio, good info. She says, thanks. Alice says, I haven't tried RWS yet. I'm working my normal job, 14-hour shifts along with getting my grands to school, no sleep. Alice. So Yardi Matrix, they just like Outlier. You can only take that test one time. Are hiring again for 2026 winter. So if anybody here is interested, the link for them is in the chat.
Wow.
Girl, ain't that something? Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Alexis, which one? She says, what are the questions about? To which company?
Yeah.
Yardi or Outlier? So Right says, I'm wondering if anyone has some general tips for the assessments based on how they're structured.
Which assessments?
Which one? So Right. Yardi or Outlier, or just any company in general? Alexis, she says both. So if anybody knows what the questions are about on Yardi and Outlier, please drop it here in the chat. I can't remember Yardi.
Me neither.
Pam was the one that helped us out on the assessment.
I
think somebody, I want to say somebody had posted the answers.
I don't remember. I don't even remember that assessment.
I remember the assessment vaguely, but I think somebody posted the answer.
I don't remember.
And it really wasn't about the actual what you will be doing. Like the assessment was like kind of off to me. It had nothing to do, I don't think, with apartments. I don't remember. I don't think it did. Leah Love and Laugh says some of these companies be doing the most on the assessments. Yep. That's a way to weed the people out. Live, love, and laugh. Because back then, when we was working from home, they didn't have no assessments like what they got now. It would
Yeah.
be 10 questions. And if you messed up and you missed, I think some of them you couldn't miss no more than
Mhm.
like 2. So you had to get like a 80% or higher in order to get in. But if you messed up and you missed the questions, you just take it again. But now it's like one time, one and done, basically. One and done. And the
Mhm.
questions, I don't know about now, but the questions would be if you saw somebody stealing, would you A, turn the other cheek? Would you B, join
Right.
in? Or would you C, tell the supervisor? So those were the questions. But now I don't know what kind of questions. Some people say they got math questions, and I'm like, math, they ain't got nothing to do
Yeah.
with a customer service, like that type of job. So
Yeah.
I do not know. Um, Queen So Right, she says outlier specifically or any others that some of the fam is working on. Carlton, he says, I don't remember, but it's about property management. Okay. Leo Love and Laugh says unnecessary questions. Exactly. Nothing to do with the job. Sugar says, Tan, whatever you're drinking looks good. Are you
Oh,
drinking some sweet tea or some Kool-Aid? Look at
it
me
was
being
tea. It
nosy.
was tea. It was Milo's tea.
Ursula says, did anyone have trouble getting the authenticator set up for CrowdGen? I have received several emails about starting a new project, but now I need the authenticator to access the project.
Well, your phone, well, it depends on what authenticator you want to use. It is an authenticator app. It's several of them. It depends on which one they want you to use. For my job, we use a Microsoft authenticator app, but there are several. Google has an authenticator app. Um, can't think of the other one. Where's my phone? Um, I think you can basically download any authenticator app. I don't want to say that, but it may be any authenticator app. I don't think it's a specific one, but you need to ask them which authenticator app do you need to download.
Yeah. Live, love, and laugh. She says use 2 different devices and let chat be your BF.
That's
Sugar says I was asking about both. Sorry. Oh, no problem, Queen.
all right.
T says facts. Chat is BFF. Hey, Queen Sherry. She says, hello, beautiful queens. Blessings to you both.
Hey.
Thank you. Carson says fair housing, rent specials, um, prorated rent. Oh, those were the questions. So Carlton is saying for Yardy, the questions were property management, fair housing, rent specials, and prorated rent.
Don't they give you something to study though? I think it's coming back now. They give you something to study, and it was that the and could you do Control F find to find?
I don't remember. I think what I remember is somebody gave up them answers because it was the test back then. It was kind of off the chain too. Now it
Okay,
may be a
I
little
don't.
bit more difficult now since we don't know since Yardie Matrix took over. I
Yeah.
don't really know, but back then I just remember it being like off the chain. Some of it didn't have anything to do with what they were saying or what the job was about. Some of the
Mhm.
questions did not. But now it's probably I'm pretty sure it's probably way more complicated now.
Yeah.
Who knows, child? Leonica says, hey sis Sherry. Hey Beatrice. She says, good evening, guys, girls, and chat, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Leonica says, do you have the Authenticator app downloaded to your phone, Ursula?
Mm-hmm.
SJ says, is it a timed assessment for Yardy? That's a good question, Queen. I don't know. Can somebody here answer? Is the assessment for Yardy, is it a timed assessment? I don't
Mm-hmm.
think so, SJ, but who knows? They could have changed it. I don't think it was back then. Leonica says, hey, Beatrice. Yardy was cool. You know, if you can get on with them,
Yeah.
I would say get in.
That
If
was
you
a
can,
cooler side
it's a
gig.
cooler side gig. If you can get in, and the thing with them, if you do a good job, they'll just keep you on
Mm-hmm.
season after season, and you won't have to retake the
Yeah.
assessment.
Amen.
Yeah. Sherry says, "Hey, Leonica." Aniel says, "Ursula, I use the Authenticator app on my phone. I use it for CrowdGen."
Okay.
Carlton says, "Yes." Oh, so it's time? Wow. Hey, Polo Lunny. She says, hi there. Hope everyone is well, liked, and shared. Thank you, Queen. Leonica says, hey, Polo Lunny. So it's a time test, Tan.
Wow.
Angela says, Tan, are you familiar with Python? If so, any suggestions? What platform I could learn the program that is not difficult?
Not that familiar with Python. Have seen it. Let me remember the name of the site. Hold on. Okay. Let me see if they got it on here first.
You
Yeah.
funny. Now, hold
What?
up. Let me see.
I always tell people, and I'm putting in the chat, W3 schools, that is a good site for beginning people to learn coding. They have they give you examples and they let you try it yourself. So, and they go through the whole thing is they break it down into tutorials in which is easy to understand. So I would say try W3 schools. It's free and you can they teach you at a rate. You go through it yourself and then after that they give you quizzes and things like that. After that you can go into another form of learning, but this is free and they give you references also. So and exercises and stuff. So I would say try that.
Yeah. Mhm. Hey, Queen Sugar. She says video liked and shared. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen. Polo Lunny says, hi, Leonica. How are you doing, Queen? Lillian says, hey, Polo Lunny. And she says, hey, Lillian. Angela says, thank you. Hey, Lady Empress. She says, happy Wednesday. Ladies in chat, hope all is well. And she says, hey, Leonica. If anybody else has any questions, y'all be sure to put it in the chat.
Yeah. And I see they got a paid for thing now on W3 schools. Try by. Ain't nobody finna pay y'all. I've been around forever and 3 days, and now you tell me pay.
How much it go?
I try by. Nothing.
Yeah, because I ain't never heard you talk about no paid version. Not for that.
Girl, you know I've been on that site for
I know forever. Sugar laugh and Tisa laugh out loud, Tan.
they be killing me now. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Wow. Yeah, I
and
ain't never heard you say it was paid.
no, ever. And I've been doing some form of IT for about 30 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I never, ever, ever, ever ever heard of them charging.
Amethyst says yes. She says W3 putting things behind a paywall list.
Wow. Now see, they so mm, okay. See,
Wow.
I'm old school, and that really perturbs me because before, like, people were so willing to help,
Mm-hmm.
and especially in the IT world, there were so few of us that,
Right.
if we came across something new or something that would work or something like that, people would be more apt to share. But
Mm,
now it's like everybody want to get paid for something. And I'm like, how
right.
is anybody going to learn if y'all want to get paid for everything? Come on, you already have to pay for the certification test. You already have to pay for the certification material if
Mm,
you don't know a way to get it. And then you still have to pay for people to help. Come on. Come on.
right.
That kills me. That's like we was talking the other week. People paying for jobs. Come on now. We try. How you gonna pay for something that you trying to get paid?
Anything for $1, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Just a way to make money out of folks. That's all. But I feel like there's greed because if the social media platforms are already paying you, why I
Hmm.
gotta pay you?
Yeah.
I got my own stuff to pay for. You know what I'm saying?
Just
And if I can go to
unnecessary.
somebody else and get it for free, well, I'm not gonna follow you
Mhm.
anymore. That's it for me. If I'm following and you giving it for free, and then now you talking about, oh girl, you got to go get this ebook with the non-found jobs. BYE. Bye.
Yeah. And I guess that's what I don't get either. Also, like, everything is not monetizable. If people did a little work, you wouldn't have to pay somebody $5 for a list of jobs. They are
Right.
out there, you
Yeah.
know. And it
Mm-hmm.
just takes, to me, it takes the camaraderie out of just knowing people and figure out how they code and how it be different from the coding you do, how y'all can learn from each other. You take that out when you know what I'm saying, especially from my field, when you want to get paid for everything, because that means nobody is willing to sit down, with you to help you share anything, to be any type of mentor, because you want to get paid for everything, and that's just
Right.
not cool, especially in a field where you have to constantly learn new things, you have to constantly upgrade your skills. Well, who is going to teach if everything costs money?
Mm-hmm.
And then they pretty soon, for anybody to train you on a job, they gonna want to pay you. Well, you want to train for this job, you gonna
Mm-hmm.
I need $200. Please buy. Just anything.
Yeah. Because a lot of them, I feel like they feel like people are desperate. People want jobs. People need jobs. But if you know that people need jobs, and if you know that people ain't got no money, why you charging? I don't
Right,
understand that part I don't get.
right.
Lady Empress,
Somebody,
she said, "Hey, Leonica." Sugar says, "Hey, Lady Empress." Lady Empress says, "Hey, Sugar." Now, what you say?
I said, people, it's like, how am I paying you to get a job when I'm looking for a job? And that's what, when we started this, I was like, I don't want people to come over here and pay us for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's the transfer of knowledge that I feel like people don't get now. You know what I'm saying? You want to charge for everything, but what about the transfer of knowledge? That's like people charging you for the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? The transfer of knowledge. Who's going to keep it going? Somebody got to quit and say, hey, it's not about money. For me, It's not about money, because I feel like this: if money is your motivator, then you lost at the beginning. You know,
Right.
and I understand we all have bills to pay, we all have, things like that. But to get the knowledge that you can come back and know that, okay, um, you know, I guess you can come back and use that knowledge over and over and over again, to make money. So the knowledge is what people are missing, by
Mhm.
charging for everything.
Right. She says everyone is charging for every
Yeah,
little thing now.
stupid.
Yeah. Ursula says, thanks, Tan. She says, Yardi questions are related to scenarios about
Uh,
what type of housing, such as student, market rate. Yes, Yardi, it's time. She says, okay, I have the authenticator for a previous job and need code. T says, it's becoming exhausting. Yeah, I
yeah, it
understand.
is.
Ursula says, thanks everyone for advice. And she says she's appreciative of it. Amethyst says, I remember the good old freebie days of Coursera.
Yes.
I was snatching up those diplomas. Okay.
On Coursera. I
They
got some stuff.
charging now too, huh?
Yes, girl. But I remember when we first
I
started
remember when we first
doing Two
started.
Chicks,
I
they
remember
had
the
that COVID
free.
class
Yeah, I
on
remember the code. Yeah, I remember the COVID.
for
And they
free.
had, but they had a lot of other classes for free.
For free.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Leonica
it's
says, hey, Lady Empress. Leah Loveland says, exactly. It's definitely greed. Yep.
mm-hmm.
Leonica says, I'm doing good. How are you, Polo Lonnie? Sugar says, I said that too, Tan. Some of these jobs are basically making you pay to get the job.
Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. Mhm.
Beatrice says, hey, you guys, girls, and chat. Happy Wednesday, like and share. She says, sorry, that was a duplicate text. That's okay, Queen. I am just so jazzy. Says, hey, Queens and chat family. Hey, 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 Queen.
Hey.
Um, White study the word ministry says, hello, hello, Queen.
Hey. Hey.
Leo Love and Laugh says, we appreciate you ladies so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, Pamela C, she says, how often do you advertise different work from home jobs, gigs during the week?
Every
Daily,
day.
Queen? We do it every day. Now the live streams we do twice a week, but yesterday I did one. So sometimes we will pop in here and do
Mhm.
a live stream outside of our normal days that we do them. Sometimes it may be on a Monday or Tuesday. It could be on a Friday night. We've done several Friday night live streams also. But we try to post jobs. I try to do 2 videos a day, but sometimes it can be a little hectic. So if I don't do two, I most definitely will do one. Polo London says it's like that on Facebook in the crafting community, charging to be in a private craft group to learn to craft. One lady doesn't and says the same thing. What? They charging too, Polo London? Wow.
They are.
Just to learn how to do it. Yeah, people want to get paid, I guess, for their time. Hey, Mrs. H. I'm wondering, is this my sister? Hey, girl. I
Hey.
don't know. I don't know for sure if this is her or not, but I know them her initials. She says,
Yeah.
"I appreciate you too. Thank you."
Thank
Hello,
you.
London says, "I am doing good too, Leonica." Elsa says, I totally agree. I was in real estate group who was charging and what I learned I shared with others.
I,
Wow.
and this is the thing. If iron sharpens iron, when are you going to quit charging money and be that iron? Because,
Right.
like I said, it costs me nothing to light somebody else's candle. It does not dim mine. It does not make mine extinguish. It does not cost me anything. So, in order to be a blessing, you got to first give a blessing. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't expect, always to make money off something. I
Right.
I don't agree with that. I don't.
Inspire Moments. She says, yeah, it starts at $49 if you get a monthly subscription. She says it's so sad.
It
It
is.
is sad. $50 a month. Child. And they hoping you forget about it so they can keep taking that 50.
And then this my thing, groceries. Folks can't afford to eat. Talking about for
Right.
some
Right.
crafting group. And then
Yeah.
if you want to help somebody, buy somebody some groceries. Help somebody.
I ain't gonna do that. That's just too much like right. They trying to line their own pockets. So you know they not gonna get nobody nothing. Tanetta says, preach Tan, I feel the same way. I hate the sites that claim to do something initially for free and then you get further and they want thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leonica says, glad to hear Polo Lonnie. Beatrice says, hey, Leonica. She says, how are you, Queen? Leonica says, hey, I'm doing good. How are you, Beatrice? Leonica says, if I get quiet, I am still here just working on Just Play and Money Time. Leah Love and Laugh says, yes, the After Dark Party. Inspired Moments. She says, amen. Beatrice says, I am great, Leonica. She says, thanks. But yeah, so you already know what that's about, Tan.
Mm-hmm.
Girl ain't finna help a cat walk across the street. Child, please.
And a cat walk across the street.
They want some MONEY.
But and then this is my other pet peeve, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Leave it
You
alone.
want to? I'm gonna say it. You want to coach me on getting a job that pays 50, $60,000, and you don't have it yourself. My famous words: You ain't shook a basket of fries at McDonald's. How can you coach me on eating? I've been in
You and that
IT
basket of fries ain't gonna worry
30
me.
years. I can coach in IT. I can do it because I've been doing it for 30 years. That's how long I've been doing it. But that's not in my spirit. That's not in my spirit. I'm not going to charge anybody to coach anything.
Oh Lord, have
But I am
mercy.
not going to present a fallacy because I can get on here and tell people what they want to hear.
Well,
No.
that's what a lot of them do. What you mean? Ooh, child, I can't with you tonight because I'm at the fall to the floor
I
laughing.
mean, I don't get it. And then what we talking about? How you prepping me for the interview? Are you gonna be at it with me? Are you know the
I
questions that
know.
they gonna ask? Did you
I
talk?
know.
Are you gonna talk to the interviewer before I talk to them? Are you going to? I mean, how are you going to prepare me? Like, and if you've never done my job or what I do, I,
They gonna go ask Chat GPT like the rest of them been doing. See, I can't with you. I cannot. I
but
cannot. They tripping. They said Sherry said shake a basket of fries and make you
right.
know that's Tan's favorite thing to say.
Right.
That's her
And,
favorite.
and I am a person. If you've been over here anytime, you know that I'm a person that I believe that in order for you to uplift yourself, you're gonna have to uplift somebody else. And uplifting is more than just me coming on here telling you about a few jobs and this, that, and the other. Like I tell everybody, my goal is to that you leave here with more information than you came with. And that's what we provide. All jokes aside, all, all jokes aside, without any, that's what we provide. If you come over here, you're going to leave with more than you came with. in the way
Mhm.
of knowledge. I'm not going, I mean, sometimes we give away stuff, but again, that is the true goal of this. It's not to come on here and charge our money. It's not to come on here and, say, hey, we got the information, but we not going to give it to you till you give us $2 or, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. We have our own way of making money, and it's not off of the people who looking for a job or the people who come and support us. That's not how I get down.
Right. Right.
So,
Never has been.
I'm gonna quit talking about the fries, but that amazes me how we can have PhD and resume right.
They tripping up them fries, child.
Because baby, y'all got PhDs in resume writing. You're taking assessments. Yeah.
Girl, they doing it all on their Facebook, child. And that I feel like that messes it up for
The people
people
who
that
are.
are really trying. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, people that's trying to find a job, and then people that are truly trying to help people find jobs.
Right.
Y'all taking away from the authenticity of the other real people that are really trying to help people find remote
Mm-hmm.
jobs, because y'all so busy thinking I'm gonna get this $20 out of Tan. I'm gonna get this, $30 out of Sheila because I'm trying to, build my bank account up over here, but off of somebody else's dime. And then I always say, okay, you take the assessment. But see, a lot of these companies, they've caught on to what a lot of these people are doing. So now what they're doing, some of them are requiring the applicants to take the assessments on camera. And then if it's not like that, you got to take another one at the end of the training. So just
Yeah.
be mindful. Yep,
And
just
so
be
this is my thing. If you couldn't pass the assessment to get the job, what you gonna do when you get the job? And I
right.
know sometimes the assessments has nothing to do with the job, but again,
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna
Right.
do if the assessment is based off the job? Do the work. A lot of people don't want to do the work, and that's where we feel like we get the nasty comments at, because it's like you will take half of what we say or a piece of what we say, and oh, it's our fault because it didn't work for you. No, you didn't do the work. And we never said everything is going to work for everybody, but at least do the work. And then if you come back and say, hey, I did the work, it didn't work for me, and I'm going to say, well, hey, what did you do? And maybe we'll talk through it. But if you didn't do the work, don't come over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm finna read these comments. You done talking?
Uh, I'm done. Yeah. Some people, it amazes me how we have been a society of selfishness. We only care about ourselves and what we can get from people, and it just bugs me.
Yeah, that everybody is
Out, just
basically got their hand out.
like cooks.
Mm-hmm. Um, Inspire Moment, she says, Amen. Beatrice had a question.
Okay.
She says, I'm greatly Onika thanks. She says, what was the name of the site Tan practice coding?
Oh, I put it back in there. I put it in there again.
Okay. Okay. Inspire Moment says, laugh out loud, going to charge $20 to help a cat across the street. Leonica says, you're welcome, Beatrice. Queen Angela says, Tan, stop it. Leah Love and Laugh. She sent the laughing emojis. Ajaki says,
Mhm.
right. Amethyst says, Tan is fed up with it.
Yeah.
Sherry says, shake a basket of fries at McDonald's. Lillian, she
Mhm.
got the laughing emojis. SJ says, right, if iron sharpens iron, then when you give advice or answer questions to others in the group, that should cancel out your cost of the membership. You would think.
Child.
Sugar says right tan.
These folks ain't talking
Lady
about
Empress says tan got me hollering. Leonica says laugh out loud, not the basket of fries. T sent
Mhm.
the laughing crying emoji. Queen Helen said, oh my gosh. She says, not the fries. Miss H, she says, I appreciate two chicks with the side hustle, curl and tan. Keep doing what y'all are doing, giving you two your flowers. Girl, that's my sister. Hey, girl.
Thank you, Cheryl. We appreciate
Okay,
it.
well, tomorrow when I come over your house, give me my
Don't worry
flowers.
about that. I gotta get that baby and get that card out. Let's go. Get Cheryl. Tell her get that baby and get that card and let's go.
No.
Yeah.
T says, I love you all. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Queen
you,
T.
Queen.
We appreciate that. Helen says, y'all done got tan talking about the fries.
I'm gonna leave them though.
Tanetta says, Amen, Tan. You talking real good. If you did pass the plate, I put a few dollars in. Laugh out loud.
Honey.
Hey, Queen Pamela. She says, hi, everyone. Polo London says, speaking of giving away things, I still have that headset that I won the first time I was here live a few years back, and I still use it. She says, thanks, ladies. Oh, wow, Polo London. It was, what, a couple years ago?
And we're
Wow.
gonna start back doing them. We just ain't. It's just been a year for us, but we thank the
It's been a
Lord we're still here.
crazy year.
Yeah.
Inspired Mama says, right, it's crazy. They need to charge $1. It's obvious why they even do that. If 1,000 pay it like 1K is only $1, it was for someone who created a resume template. Oh yeah, they are selling those. Yep.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
this is the thing. If I tell you, hey, you need to tailor your resume to each job description, what I look like selling you a resume template? That makes no sense.
It doesn't. Mm-mm.
What I look like. And and I'm gonna say this, and I always say it, true resume writers, they talk to you, they get your information, they, try to talk about your experiences on the job, everything. They're not gonna charge you $20, say, hey, give me a copy of your resume. When they either going on Microsoft or chat and give you a regurgitating your resume out of there, but that ain't my business to say, and I ain't trying to, knock nobody hustle. But it's ridiculous. Learn how to do your resume. That it's readily available now, because I guarantee you half these people who saying they do resumes before ChatGPT came out or before resume templates came out, they wouldn't even be able to write you 2 sentences.
Not write you 2 sentences.
I'm about to go because y'all.
Leah Love and Land said the companies are also tracking IP addresses and are
Mhm.
blocking you if you have a VPN because of others taking assessments for people. She says, I mean, be smart about things. Yep.
Yeah,
Sherry
yeah.
says that's totally true. Hey Yolanda. She says, hey y'all, hey, hugs and love. Hey Queen. How are you? Tan over here cutting up. Come get her,
I
Yolanda.
was not.
um Man, F says, is this available for Sri
Sure.
Lanka? We do have a link for worldwide if you want to take a look at worldwide jobs. Hang on 1 second. Miss H type laugh out loud to you, Tam. Get off of her, little girl.
You can't. She freely can be on here. Freely.
Proud Music said, I'm really glad I found your channel. I appreciate all the nuggets you give out for free. Thank you,
Thank you, Queen.
Queen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We want to see everybody win, Queen.
And we can't take all the credit because a lot of kings and queens
Yep, they do
come.
pimp one here.
Yeah.
I
They
said that
do.
yesterday. And share, because some of the companies we've never heard of. But we do
Mhm.
get a lot of queens and kings that don't mind coming on here and sharing their companies that they found with the family, and also testimonies, sharing
Yeah.
their testimonies, their tips, their tricks, their information. So we can't take all the credit.
Mhm.
Although London says it's been a crazy year for her too. It was definitely the hardest year for me. Well, hopefully, Queen 2026 will be so much better. Beatrice says, teach us, Tan. Thanks, Queen. Amethyst said, years ago, I went to a so called pro resume writer. She ended up trying to sell me a tarot card reading. She said, girl,
Girl, Lord.
not a tarot card reading. Now, how did it go from you supposed to be writing my resume to now you want to read my future?
Confused, just eager to
Right,
do anything.
girl. Queen Elsa says, I just had a alleged recruiter tell me 2 days ago that my resume would not pass the workday ICMD.
Oh, that must be like their version of the applicant tracking system, Workday.
Uh,
Workday is a human capital resource management software. So that
mhm.
must be their version of the. How do they know when it's
Right.
determined by the
I'm like,
company?
what? How they gonna tell you what's gonna pass and what ain't?
And it's determined by the company. Did you write the job description? Man, get out of here. Okay, let me quit talking about these people. I don't know these people.
Me said, try using the My Perfect Resume site to write you a good resume. When you get to the part you gotta pay, go back to the preview of the resume, press, and I'll put it up here, Control
Mhm.
plus P, and save as a PDF. She says, you're welcome.
All
Thank
right,
you, me.
Nick. Nick's giving y'all some gems.
She says that company really creates some professional resumes. They even ask you the background questions. Try
Okay.
it before you go pay for that resume.
Yeah.
Sugar
Thank
says a
you,
tarot card reading question.
Nick.
Leah Love and Laugh said loud, not the tarot card. Amethyst said, Sugar, I think she did a little bit of everything. She probably sold Mary Kate.
That's Mary Kay.
No. No, 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 no. Hey, Jennifer. That is wow. Oh, that's
Yeah.
wow. There, Amethyst. I know you probably was like, girl, I got to go. Bye bye. Do you see some jobs in my future?
Right.
Oh Lord. Meek says, I use their website and apply for regular position with the company, and they invited me for a managerial position instead. I only
Mhm.
turned it down because I don't speak Spanish. Oh wow, Meek.
Okay. So,
Sugar says Amethyst, probably Avon too. Help, Lord.
yeah, funny.
She laughing, girl. That is hilarious.
Yeah,
But
funny.
most of them have, like, other services, especially like when it
Mhm.
comes to the resumes. I see the resumes, the templates, the interview preparation. What else have I seen? Typing tests, like they'll take your typing test for you. Of course, assessments. Um, I think one lady had a list of non-phone jobs and she was charging $20 for that. I'm like, lady, buy $20? No. But somebody probably gonna pay her. Because they gonna look at it like, well, I don't want to go look for the jobs. I can just pay this 20 and get a list of non-phone jobs. Okay, cool. But see, the thing is with that, she might have wrote the list a month or two ago. The companies might not even be hiring for that non-phone job anymore. So now you done paid money and you thought you had 20 and you really ain't got but
Yeah.
three jobs. Because who's to say if the company's still gonna be hiring for the jobs? And all she did was steal it from somebody and put a list together and stuck it on the ebook. Elsa said, girl, bye. I ain't heard from her since.
Right. Right. I ain't gonna hear from them.
I had a alleged recruiter tell me 2 days ago, state that my resume would not pass the Workday ICMS application. And if I would like a referral to a resume, I said, no, ma'am. I didn't give you a AIS resume. Hey, Patty T. She says, hi, two chicks and fam. I'm glad I could catch you out. I was seriously injured. Oh, no, from a slip and fall while at an Airbnb on November the 8th.
Wow.
To be alive, but after numerous physical therapy treatments. Oh, wow, Queen. I'm sorry to hear that, but glad you are still alive.
Right.
Leonica says, wow, Angela. She says, hey, Patty. Patty says, I no longer need the pain meds or muscle relaxants, and I can drive again after Christmas.
All
Oh, well,
right.
that's a
That's
blessing,
good.
Queen. Yeah.
Go. Here comes that. Come take it. Oh, what's that?
T
Come
says he has a typing bot and so many other things.
Oh, what's
What?
that?
Not a typing bot. Me says, you're welcome,
What's that?
Polo London. Girl, not a typing bot. That's hilarious. They selling everything, child.
I'm so silly. Bye.
Sugar says, Patty, God is good. I'm glad you're doing better, honey. Somebody was selling interview questions, Tan. Remember the lady, she had the interview questions for Alorica.
They're crazy.
She was selling the questions. She was selling the questions and the answers.
Did you get hired with Alorica?
I don't know, but she was selling.
Oh, shit, girl, hold on.
Okay. Leo Loveland says, yes, T, he is, and she is love is always in the comments helping. Yep, she sure is. Leonica says, I am glad that you are all right. God is good all the time. Ayana says, hey, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Patty says, laugh out loud, Tan about others charging for resumes who probably didn't even know how to write until ChatGPT. Yep, sugar. She was selling the Alorica, the questions to the interview, the questions and the answers here. I was like, I've seen it all.
They'll try to sell you what you gonna be talking about tomorrow if you bad.
A mess, girl. Hang on, Queen Alexis. I'll give it to you in a second. Lady Empress says, sending healing vibes, Patty. Tanetta says, good night, Carl and Tan, and all you beautiful people. It was fun hanging out with you. God bless everyone. Good night. I need my beauty sleep. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for joining us on this stream tonight. Jennifer says, thank you, ladies, for all the information you provide. It's appreciated. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that, Queen. So non-phone. Alexis, you need the non-phone. Now we have several Queen on the channel. I'll put a link here to I think it's 15 on here. Let me make sure. But we do have some others outside of this list. So if you see something on here or you don't see something on here, like if you're looking for, I would say just data entry, because I know a lot of people look for the data entry jobs. We have been dropping them here on the channel. If you just read the thumbnail, it'll say like entering data or data entry. I want to say I did a data entry a couple of days ago. I did some data entry jobs 2 days ago, and then 3 days ago I did a side job. It's data entry, but it's more like a side, I would say a side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Because with that one, I don't think you have to have a resume, I don't think. Not 100% sure, but I don't think you do. But this is the list of the non-phone.
And I'm going to put some links to some survey sites that people are making money off of and some other things. So watch the chat.
Leonica says they going too far selling
Yeah,
interview questions. Yeah, she had the questions and the answers for the interview with Alorica.
girl, bye.
Lady Empress says Tan is a comedian. Hey Lisa. Lisa says good evening. Patty says thanks Leonica and Sugar. T. Rice says I think his name is work from home hack. Oh, you talking about Kenny?
Oh, you to my Kenny, yeah.
Okay, so he got a telegram now. Okay, thank you, T.
Okay.
Leonica says you're welcome, Patty. Lady Empress is selling interview questions. My goodness. Yep, girl, anything for a dime, quarter, pickle. I mean, penny, nickel, dollar, anything. Yep, interview questions. Patty says thanks, Lady Empress. And I did drop the non-phone. Tan is dropping some surveys, some new survey sites. But yep, they're selling interview questions. Child. I was like, I have seen it all. I mean, one thing on the assessment, but I've seen people scamming on the assessments too.
Yeah.
Like I was in one of those Facebook groups and a young lady, she was saying that whomever the admin person was, she had purchased an assessment from her and she failed. Yep, she failed the assessment and she would not give her her money back. Patty says, I have a testimony. While recuperating for 5 weeks, I started saving receipts with Fetch, and she has 12,000 points.
All right.
God is good.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah. So y'all be sure to take a look at the chat. Tan has dropped several survey sites. Hey Cash, Top Surveys. Top Surveys is a good one. Hey Cash is also a good one.
Yeah. I just dropped product report card.
Product report card. Lady Empress says, no problem, Patty. Leonica says, signing up for Fair Opinion now. Thanks, Tan.
You're welcome.
Hey, E since day one.
Hey.
They say, wow, Fetch is a cool app. Yeah. I just cashed out on Fetch last week. I got 2 gift cards from Best Buy. Hey, Raslyn, how are you, Queen? She says, good evening, 2 chicks and kings and queens. Like
Hey.
there. Thank you.
Hey, Queen. So y'all make sure y'all sign up for the links I dropped in the chat.
I know.
And I'm gonna get here's another one, Unite. That is a good survey panel. And for Hey Cash, they do pay you for screener surveys. So the Brock's panel, that is a good one also. Is it you get paid to make videos? Something like that. I know a lot of people have made good money off the Brock's panel. And Pogo, here's Pogo. Oh yeah.
Leonica says, congrats, Patty. Me says, I've been slacking on Fetch. I used my Fetch gift cards to shop last year for Christmas. This year, I barely play any games or scan.
Yeah.
It's because you got all that money, girl, on Outlier.
Yeah.
Leonica says, looks like I'm already signed up with Fair Opinion already. Oh, you got $1.20. Okay, Leonica. See? Congrats. You probably forgot all about it. I know sometimes y'all be having so many.
Uh-huh.
You probably just forgot. Hey, living my best life. She says, hello, two chicks and family. I started my job with Very Fast, and I'm starting my second position with them. I love that company. God made all of it happen. Yes, he did, Queen.
Yes,
Oh
he
my
did.
God, congrats.
Queen.
Congrats on the Very Fast.
Yes.
Queen T says, laugh out loud. Her broke BFF. Bionica says, you're welcome, Patty. Leah Love and says, those are your niece's gift cards, Kara. Girl, her stuff. I already got her stuff, Leah Love and Laugh. She might be watching, so I can't tell her. Annie else says, just so everyone knows, you can save receipts on multiple apps at once.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I enter my Fetch, Pogo, and Receipt Hog.
Yeah. So she's talking about the receipt apps. If you guys are doing any of the receipt apps and you are trying to maximize what the points you are earning, sign up for all of them. Enter the
Right.
same receipt for all of them. So if you
Mm-hmm.
go to Kroger and you spend $50, enter it for Pogo, Fetch, and Receipt Hall. So
Yeah, I see.
thank you,
Queen
Queen.
Angela got a testimony saying about the Brock's panel. She got
All
$44.50 on the Brock's panel.
right.
Congratulations, Angela.
That's Queen. And I'm gonna put the Brock's panel in the chat again for anyone who wants to sign up.
Yeah. So, Angela, how do you like that one? I know that is the one where you have to do the video survey. So, are the
Mm-hmm.
surveys, if you have done any surveys, are they difficult, or do you think that one is an easy one?
Mm-hmm. And with
Hey,
the Brock's
naturally.
panel, most participants earn between $500 and $200 a month, and generally they receive between like 1 and 5 surveys a week. And you can use your smartphone, computer, or tablet.
Yeah. Hey, naturally, Tink. She says, "May I get the link to Outlier?" Sure. I just put it in the chat, Queen. Mix, don't be laughing. Patty T says, Anio, thank you. Mix says, Outlier did me good for the holiday. I'm truly grateful. She says, thank God. Yeah. And Mix just put me a couple of dollars, Queen, in a stocking and mail it to us. Helen said, I just cashed out on Fetch to a Visa card. I was able to get a new shower curtain and a bath mat. All right, Queen.
All right.
See, I'm gonna take mine instead of giving it to my little niece, honey. I'm gonna go to Best Buy and get me a new TV. My little niece is super spoiled. I got her a box of stuff over here. Leo Love and Laugh says, congrats to everyone who has been hired. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Leonica says, it says that I signed up July 19th this year. Oh, wow. Rasna says, please pick up all these eggs. She says, you never know when they would come in handy. I
Yeah.
agree, Queen. Patty T, she says, living my best life. Congratulations. Jockey says, same sis. I bought her and coin out too.
All right.
Where you can scan receipts and inbox dollars.
Yeah.
They have magic receipts now.
Can
Rasna
you,
says, congrats, Angela.
Carol, can you put that in the chat?
Inbox, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ajaka says, yeah, I gotta get back on there.
Yeah.
And again, Outlier, I did drop the link to anyone here that missed it earlier. You guys be sure to check that one out. Queen Monte Millionaire Meeks made $3,400 in 3 weeks off of Outlier. Good non-phone work when you want side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they are doing interviews, so y'all be sure to check that one out.
Yeah.
Jackie says, congrats, Angela. Leonica says, I have so many side hustles. Laugh out loud. I have the Unite 2 tan posted here in the chat. Okay. Meek says, congrats. Patty says, Meeks, that's terrific to hear. Outlier appreciates your hard work. Yeah. Angela says, I just completed one tonight and it was regarding how ads influence my spending. Easy. I prefer this than the other surveys, approximately 5 to 7 questions. Now, this is Angela, everybody. She answered the question about the Brock's panel. She said she completed one tonight. It was regarding how the ads influence her spending, and she said it was easy. She prefers this than the other surveys, approximately 5 to 7 questions. Brock's panel, everybody. Tan dropped the link in the chat. Be sure to get that egg in the basket. Thank you, Queen Angela, for answering the question. Pamela, she says, I do have fetch and receipt hog. Okay, Queen. Helen says, Paid Viewpoint sent me a happy anniversary email. I have been with them for 13 years. Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations, Helen.
Wow. That's
Yes.
good.
Wow. Queen Vanita says you can also scan receipts on, is it copper? Okay.
Okay.
Never heard of that one, Queen. So thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. So Queen Vanita says, check out copper. I'm going to write it down. It says you can scan receipts on copper.
Okay.
Thank you, Queen Vanita. And congratulations, Queen Helen. Anybody else got any questions before we exit stage left? Because y'all already know Tan over here has to go to bed. And
Oh,
I have to make videos.
whoops. My tan over here has to go to bed.
Tan got to go to BED. She got to go to Betty Bye.
Yes, I can go work in the morning. But that's okay. We may do another live this weekend. I may get on here.
Yeah, we may do the similar to the call in one, but maybe the where y'all can come up here on the platform.
Yeah.
If you want to, you don't have to show your face, but if you just want to come up and talk, we may do that one.
If you want
Any
to
else says I
share
stopped using.
your
Huh.
any of your good news.
Yeah. Yep, I think that'll be a good one to do. There go
Mm-hmm.
King Earl. He done popped in here. He got a testimony. So I'm gonna read this. Annie else says I stopped using Cooper when they lowered the value for receipts. Oh wow. The uncle says, with fair opinion, you still get the points if you disqualify and also spin a wheel to get points added to your balance. So fair opinion, everybody. Tan did post the link in the chat. Another good side hustle egg. Even if you don't qualify, you can still get points. So y'all be sure to check that one out.
Yeah.
Jockey says, I got an email from them today. 3 years for me with Pay Viewpoint 2. Currently doing a survey. I'm at $8.19 with them right now. All right, Queen.
All right.
Congratulations. And King Earl is going to take us home with this testimony.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. He says, Peace fam, $282 on Outlier, 11 on Playtest Cloud, currently working on D-Scout task for $80. All right, Earl. Go ahead, King Earl. So D-Scout, everybody, this is a great side hustle egg. We had a queen here made 15,000 off of this one site.
Yeah.
And King Earl is doing one for $80. This one pays really good when it comes to what they call the missions that you have to do. I saw a mission that
Excuse me.
was paying bless you like $900, $800. I saw a mission paying
Mm-hmm.
$60, another mission paying $120. So their missions, they pay really good for their missions.
Right.
So y'all be sure to get these out in the
Mm-hmm.
basket. So the link is in the chat for D-Scout, everybody. Y'all check it out. Jockey says, congrats, Helen. Queen of the Bronx says, good night, everyone. Hey, Queen. Leonica says, congrats, Earl. She says, have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Leonica. Have a great night. She says, hey, Drea.
See?
Stephanie says she got 14 on free cash, 376 on best play, and 18 on scrambly. Jockey
All right.
says, congrats, Earl. She says, go. Earl and congrats. Deonica says, congrats, Stephanie. Jockey says, thanks to Chick. Stephanie says, thanks. And congrats, Queen Stephanie.
All right.
Congrats. Living my best life. She says, thank you, everyone, for all of your well wishes. Helen says, I should contact a viewpoint to see if they have a pension plan since I had my tenure.
Right. Anytime.
All right. Alexa says, I don't think anyone said what type of questions. Meeks or Angela, can you guys answer this one? What type of questions are on the outlier assessment? Let's see if we can get Queen Alexis's question answered. Leah Love and Laugh says, God bless you, Tan. Yonica says, laugh out loud, Helen. Since Day One says, bless you. Jockey says, go. Stephanie, congrats. Patty says, good night, Queen of the Bronx and Leonica. Leonica says, good night. Amethyst says, and to all a good night. Thanks for all the gems. You're welcome, Queen.
Well, thank you.
Angela says, awesome, Earl and Stephanie. Jockey says, just cashed out with coin out again. $10 Venmo gift card. All right, girl. She said, woo woo. Congrats on the gift card. Knitting Crochet says, good night. Meek says, congrats. Congratulations.
All right. And we're going to talk about this company and then we are going to get off of here. So the company that has over 2,000 remote position is Mass General Bingham. And they are, Carol, did you get it? Did I put it?
Let me see.
Okay.
I'm checking.
They have all types of remote positions. It is a healthcare type company. So if you have any experience in healthcare, they have all different level positions. Some are entry level. Some you do have to have an experience for. But again, they have over 2,000 remote positions.
And I did post a link. I think you did too.
Mm-hmm.
So Mix, she says, T says, congrats. Everybody. Leonica says, I forgot to download that one about to now. Congrats, a jockey. Mix says they switch up the assessment questions a lot. She did hers 3 years ago, so someone that just applied would be more helpful. Thank you, Meeks.
Yeah.
Earl says, oh yeah, I have my first court gig tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for $275.
All right.
Congrats. And I did have a link for that, Tan. Can you find it?
You want me to get it?
Yeah, you don't mind. Annie else says, I took the assessment for the project Ether for Outlier. It had you describing photos in detail.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the project, Alexis, this is the one that Anio was doing, this project here, but can't say if everybody will have the same project when you apply, because I think they might base it on your skills.
Yeah.
Jackie says, yeah, download the app, sis, upload your receipts, play games, and spin that wheel too, Leonica. Angela says, I cannot remember the assessment questions, but I have another task, one outlier, and I have to pass an assessment. I can share what it is on it on the messages. Okay. And Jackie says, thanks, sis. Oh, okay, Angela, no problem. So Earl is doing first court. Now, what number is first court, Tan?
I think 4. Hold on, let me see.
So Tan
2.
went
2. Number
two.
2.
Okay. Tan went and got the list of companies that hire for the online jury or jurors, and Earl is doing number 2 on the list. First court, he will be a participant for $275. Alice says, thanks again for all of the birthday wishes. Congratulations to all. And she says, blessings. Enjoy your night, Queen Alice.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So the links are in the chat. If anyone is interested in being an online juror, this is a great side hustle. Earl will be earning $275 tomorrow off of first court. We had another queen that made, I want to say, was it Angela? $200 off of online verdict, I think. If I remember correctly, I think it was Queen Angela, and she made a couple of hundred off of online verdict. And they are on the list as well. So you guys be sure to check that side hustle out. I think Tan has 10 companies.
Yep, it's 10 companies on the list.
And the link is in the chat, everyone. Angela said, yes, that is correct. See, I remember. Sometimes I can remember, and sometimes y'all just do a lot. And sometimes I'd be like, I think that was Angela. I think it was Meeks. I think. Jackie says, happy birthday, Alice. Yeah. So the links are in the chat, everyone. Alexa says, thanks, y'all, for the insight. This is my first time here. Oh, okay. And y'all are very helpful. Okay, Alexis. Well, do come back, Queen. We do live Wednesday, Sunday, but sometimes we will pop in just to do like a check-in. Or if we got some jobs or information we're trying to get out to the masses, we'll pop on here. Earl says, thanks, all. And Earl, congrats again on that 275. Maybe I need to go sign up for first court. Yeah. So we are going to get on off of here. As you guys can see, Tan Head is about to hit that keyboard. So before that happens, we have to get off of here. We got to get off of here, y'all. So y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. And if you missed the live stream from last night, y'all be sure to go back, check that one out. I did talk about some beginner-friendly companies, more beginner-friendly companies. And one of the companies on that list, daily pay. This one pays out daily. So go back, check out my video. And we will catch you lovely kings and queens in the next one. Bye, y'all. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good night.